What is up, everybody? Alfonso Peterman is here today. Today I wanted to do a review on the world-famous Transformers for Age of Extinction Super Bowl trailer. We all saw it, and I'm gonna take what we have seen from this trailer, and I'm gonna elaborate on it and make a couple of predictions and a couple of explanations in regards to that, okay? So, getting right into this, let's start with the beginning. We look in the beginning and we see this big ship, this big, what you might call mothership, or you might call this giant alien spacecraft at ground level near a scene. And we also see a robot walking towards the camera from the spaceship, as if the robot was in the spaceship at once and then came down, and then once got down from the spaceship and is now walking towards the scene. Then a little later on, you see this same identical looking robot, but you see it at shoulder view, and you begin to see his actual head, his actual structure of the head. And to my amazement, the actual face of the head begins to transform into a gun. As far as I know, we've never seen that before. We've always seen guns in other areas, not the gun being the face. So we've always seen guns on the shoulders, or little missiles coming out the arm, or the actual hand itself transforming into a gun. And we see, like Warpath, the big cannon coming out his chest, big long extension. So there's guns placed in a lot of parts of the Transformers' general body. We have not seen the actual face becoming the weapon, shooting from my face. That is very interesting. And the scene that it shows the gun and then the gun begins to shoot, then it switches over to Optimus Prime, and Optimus Prime is getting busted up. Obviously, from that little snippet, we know that is a Decepticon. Will there be multiple Decepticons just like that one? I absolutely think so. I think the gun-faced Decepticon is a drone of some sort, and it is gonna be sort of part of a Decepticon army. In Transformers 2 and 3, there's an army, and the army is Decepticon drones. They all look similar, and they all came down as soldiers of Megatron, destroy the Autobots. So one-minded armies coming together to destroy the Autobots. So what I think is that gun-faced dude in Transformers 4 is gonna be one drone compared to many drones that look just like him. I could be wrong. That could be one of the main villains, one of the main characters. Also, moving on, we see Optimus, and I have to elaborate on Optimus Prime. I love updated things. I like newer versions of things. But the Optimus Prime Transformers 4 body model, I like, but I'm not in love with it. For some reason, I think I'm kind of stuck on the Transformers 3 and the Transformers 2 Optimus Prime. I love Optimus Prime. I don't care what he looks like, because I love his character. I love his personality. I love his valor. I don't love sometimes his choices. Like at the end of Predacon's Rising, he just chose to kill himself. Sure, suicide. But I do love Optimus Prime. So regardless of if he looks like the way he does in Transformers 4, I still love him. But I just I guess I'm stuck on the original Optimus Prime, so. But I'm gonna get used to it. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. He looks amazing. He looks bigger and better and stronger, and I haven't seen the movie, so I don't really know how he really acts or plays out. Moving on, you see Bumblebee in the middle of an explosion sort of thing, and he jumps in the air, and then there's this bird-like creature, to my amazement, a bird-like creature comes down and grabs him by the shoulders. I think it's Swoop. I think Swoop is grabbing Bumblebee and he's gonna fly with... That would be amazing. Now, I don't know if I saw it wrong, but I think he had two heads. Swoop. Maybe I looked at it wrong. Maybe I didn't make out the image right. I know he had a head and he opened his mouth. Then he grabbed Bumblebee, and then that's all we saw. But he's huge. He is massive. That's what I want to point out. Swoop or Predaking or whatever that flying thing is, which I think is Swoop because it fits with the whole Dinobot criteria. I think it is Swoop. And Swoop and Bumblebee come together and they team up and they fight with each other against the Decepticons. So that is very interesting. Also, there is, I see a Decepticon, he comes down and he rips this car apart. And that fits the picture, this right here. It fits that because you see the car, the red car, split into two, and then you see Optimus Prime coming in. So, what I believe is that with this event where he split the car in half, this event occurred before the Autobots arrived. Because of the way the picture shows that, hey, Optimus was gone, him and the Autobots were gone while this event took place. And then afterwards he came and then you see him coming in with the destroyed car in two, and you see him coming in with the Autobots beside him, and he's coming to investigate whatever happened in the scene. That's what I believe is happening in that particular scene. Moving on, Crosshairs. Oh my god. That dude, that was one of my favorite parts of that trailer. Crosshairs. This dude is just... I love how they brought the parachute back into play with, you know, because in Transformers 2, they used the parachute a lot. In the beginning, they used the parachute with Optimus Prime. I'm glad they're bringing the parachute back. They have Crosshairs attached to two parachutes, and it's like as if he was in a plane or in some kind of skycraft, and he came out and then whoosh, and then the parachute's activated and he pulls out his guns, boom, 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 and he destroys two Decepticon incoming aircrafts. So we do know there's gonna be some Decepticon aircraft that's gonna be attacking Earth again, just like in Dark of the Moon.
Target acquired.
I think they're bringing that back. They're bringing back the Decepticon aircraft. Because as you can see, when Crosshairs came out, whoosh, and he came out with his guns, brum, 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 and destroyed two aircrafts that were not military, then you know the Decepticon aircraft, or the Decepticon Air Force is back. Alright, so moving into the core of this video, which is Optimus Prime and Grimlock. Woo! Yeah! I was so excited when I saw that, and then I saw Optimus Prime, sting, again with his sword, a lot of hand-to-hand combat. One thing I saw and I noticed about Grimlock, I don't possess the ability to even fathom how badass that was. Oh my god, he looks so wicked. Now, I don't know if Grimlock transforms, because he doesn't look like he does. I could be completely wrong. He could transform. Another thing that I noticed about Grimlock is that his eyes are red. We know that red or purple eyes mean that you are a Decepticon. Every Decepticon had red eyes in the Transformers movies, as far as I can remember. So to say that Grimlock had red eyes, that's significant. I think that Grimlock is on the Autobot side. Don't get me wrong. Optimus is sitting right on top of him. How could he not be? But I think he's gonna kind of be like Jetfire. Jetfire had red eyes, but he was on the Autobot side, so that's kind of significant. I don't know. Anyways, Optimus Prime is obviously controlling Grimlock, riding into battle, just like we predicted with the pictures. So I am so excited for this trailer. I cannot believe what we're about to experience on June 27, 2014. So that's all I gotta say. I love this trailer, I love this movie, and I love you guys. And that's it. Let you go to Sonic. Well, that's all I gotta say for today, guys. My name is Alfonso Peterman, Autobots Transform Roll Out, and peace from the Southeast.